Good day, viewers. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I will be chatting to various guests regarding this topic. Did you know women who work night shifts for 30 years or more were twice as likely to develop breast cancer? And did you know that males are susceptible to breast cancer and that 1 in 100 men will ever be diagnosed with breast cancer? Let's chat to Yusuf Ahmed Bulbulia from Beards Against Cancer. Thank you, Yusuf, for your valuable time.
It's a pleasure to be on, and thank you for hosting me on your guys' platform.
Yusuf is based in Lenasia, south of Johannesburg. He is an activist and community leader, and we are so thrilled to have you on today on behalf of the Women's Chamber of Entrepreneurs. What sparked your interest in breast cancer awareness, and what is Yab's Beard Goes Pink all about?
Okay, basically, if I can first start with Yab's Beard Goes Pink. In 2018, a friend sent me a picture that was a bit of a picture. If someone would look at it, it was beards for boobs. And people didn't understand what it was or whatever it is, and it was basically a day that I should dye my beard pink, and that was in support of breast cancer. So that's how where Yab's Beard Goes Pink comes about. And then my spark in breast cancer awareness, or in cancer in general, I've lost family members due to cancer. As well as I've got an auntie that has cancer, and coincidentally, when I started the Yab's Beard Go Pink, my mother-in-law was diagnosed with cancer, so it touched home quite close. And I think every one of us got some family member or friend, or we know someone or someone, and cancer is becoming. It's one of the main causes of death, especially breast cancer.
Could you tell me the rate of breast
cancer?
And
surprisingly,
Yusuf, could you tell me the rate of breast cancer amongst males?
Breast cancer amongst males is basically 1 in 100. It's a very small percentage. Basically, it's 1%, but accumulatively, it is. Because men have this tendency of hiding away and thinking that they cannot get it, but they do get it. And you could say I'm a simple example of it. Plus minus 23 years ago, I had a tumor on my right breast, and we had it removed. And thanks to the Almighty, it was non-malignant. So, it was like, everything just came into place. It brought back memories for myself that what I had went through and what my family members and some of my friends are going through. Sanaa.
Have males reached out to you, and how have you assisted them?
Yes, for the past, come to us and said, you know what, I think I've got breast cancer, or some of us are, and they didn't want to. They found it a bit shameful. Let's put it that way. That how can men get breast cancer? But just how women has the breast, men also has, but the ducts in it are different in that, and females have more. Males can't get it. So when they approached me, it was for me it wasn't shocking, but for them it was shocking in the sense that what do they do? How do they go about it? And the first thing that I did tell them is see your physician, get more information for your physician. If he will advise you if you need to go for biopsy or if you need to go for a mammogram, and take it from there. And it's unfortunately for men, it's actually, I wouldn't say it's more worse, but it's detected more at a later stage because men don't, they have a tendency, you know what, it's just a lump, or it's just a simple thing. They don't take it seriously in that way.
How do males generally cope in society living with breast cancer?
As I mentioned, the few men that I've spoken to very shamefully, they feel ashamed that, the people will say, oh, you know what, you've got more woman genes in you. They hide the fact that they do have it, but there's nothing to be ashamed of. You know what, unfortunately, we all suffer from certain diseases and things like that. And this is one of the diseases that we do share, or I wouldn't say on a common ground, but yes, we do go through it. And as I mentioned, I've been through it, so I know exactly how painful a mammogram can be, Sanaa.
You have been met with criticism for the ways you promote breast cancer awareness. What message do you have for your critics?
On a lighter note, I didn't go for the limelight. I went for the pink light.
Well said.
On a more serious note, you know what, we're always going to get critics, and you know what, no matter what you do. But this year is to show that, you know what, especially for the females, that, you know what, me as a male who have been through it, I understand what you are going through. And as for my male counterparts who have it, or have been through it, and things like that, you know what, we support you, and you know what, we will stand with you, or I'll stand with you. And the community, this awareness has to go out to the community. As mentioned earlier on, you know, cancer per se is one of the main causes of death. Everything is to the Almighty, but we take things lightly. So for my critics, no matter what I do or what I say, I do it for the pleasure of the Almighty, and I do it for the benefit of the community and for my fellow men.
I believe that you promote awareness for other cancers and terminal illnesses. Can you tell us more?
Okay. With regards to, I do create awareness. I've dyed First of all, I only dye my beard pink. I haven't dyed it any other color, but yes, I've sprayed it green, blue, purple, and that was for chronic disease, chronic kidney disease, for lupus, for epilepsy, and for other diseases. You know, and because we, unfortunately, nowadays chronic diseases and terminally ill diseases is becoming so frequent. Yes. That we've got someone again in our family and amongst us. So I just try to bring that lighter note to the people to say, you know what, we support you and we'll try to assist wherever we can. Even if you just need someone to talk to, you know what, we are here.
Can you tell us about your fundraising initiatives?
Okay, the Yebs Beard Go Pink, or Beards Against Cancer, we collect funds in that. And just mentioning, there's an organization called the Brave Bag Foundation by a lady by the name of Tasneem Tokra. She's had breast cancer, and she's got metastatic cancer where it's spread to other places. And she's one of our main beneficiaries, where we collect the funds. And whatever funds we do collect goes to our organization and to another surprise organization that we give to. And you know, no funds come to me personally or to anyone in my family, and it's just there to bring that awareness to say, you know what, if help is required, or that help is there.
I'll give you an opportunity to share your social media handles. Are you available on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram?
I'm available on Facebook as well as on Instagram. If you want to see the Yebs Beard Go Pink, it's under hashtag Yebs Beard Go Pink. On Twitter, it's YA Bulbulia. If you want to see my personal account, also if people want to see the funny side or the serious side of me to say, they can look up Yusuf Ahmed Bulbulia, or they can go to my normal Facebook page. As you mentioned, I try to give you information to the community via the Yebs Advisory Services page. They can go and check there and get all information. And if there is anything that I can do, you know what, we are there to assist.
What advice would you give to males that have breast cancer and are breadwinners, or entrepreneurs who have just taken on a business challenge?
your life does not end there. You know what? Get the assistance, get the help. If you have to go and if you do have breast cancer and you have to get it removed, get it removed. If you have to take medication, take the medication. Be positive. I think the most important thing is be positive. You will get a lot of negativity, and you know what? Take it as it comes to you. Unfortunately, as human beings, we like to take in whatever everyone else tells us. But you know what? Every person's disease, especially cancer or breast cancer, specifically for a male, you know what? Take it because, as I said, you know what? It does feel. To me, it's not shameful, or I don't feel anything because you know what? You can be a winner and you can do it. Just hang in there and be positive for yourself, and you need the support from your family.
Thank you so much for your time and your input, Yusuf. You are indeed a great citizen. You are a true activist. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you very well for your initiative that is happening next week, Saturday, at Trade Route Mall. Would you be able to tell us more about that?
Okay, normally what we do is one Saturday in October, we have a day where we promote the awareness at Trade Route Mall, where we will be giving out gifts and that. And if you like and share our social media pages, you will just stand a chance to win quite a few things. There's a whole list, so I'm not going to mention it. You can go onto our Facebook page and see it. And just to show people we are there, we support you. And just coming back to the point of the route mall, last year as well as the year before last year, we had children as young as 6 years old and 7 years old who had cancer, and it prompted males and females to go back to the doctors and to get the necessary assistance and help, as well as to get the proper checkups and that, you know, so that's an inspiration to us, that just that awareness to show that the people are not alone.
Thank you so much for your time, Yusuf.
It's a pleasure, Sanaa, and thank you very much to Women's Entrepreneurs to having me on. Thank you to this initiative, or any initiative, is not me. It is the public. It is my family, my wife, my kids. You know what? They are the pillars of me, as well as the community. And if it wasn't for organizations like yourself and other organizations and other people, this would not be possible. So I'm just a normal guy who's just trying to do a little good, all for the pleasure of the Almighty and the benefit of the community.
Thank you, Yusuf.
Pleasure.